What was the main, Sandra?
Chicken chasseur with
now,
bread in a basket.
Now, am I allowed to do that for your team next week? We've been told we're not allowed to say it. Who the fucking hell is?
The live thing is important.
So
Even if it's annoying for us.
I was watching a YouTuber talking about.
So when we got married, Neil's best man didn't really know what to say when he stood up in church. So.
Sandra, what are you doing to me? Right, so Sandra's got a frock on and I've got a shirt on. Ooh, and I've got a light on and we're walking into town. I was going to get Sandra on camera, but obviously she's marching in front, and we're going into town because we're going to. Don't come on to camera, Sandra.
Very narrow here. There's no
room
to walk together here.
We're walking in complete darkness as well. You're not going to be able to see. We can see nothing. There's no street lights.
Well, there are soon.
Yeah, there are soon. So yeah, we're walking into town, and this is the first Saturday night in a very, 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 very long time we've walked into town. If we don't end up in accident and emergency because I've fallen flat on my face. For a Saturday night out. Whoa, whoa.
So this is. Well, I don't quite appreciate this. Is apparently for the Wayne Fleet Theatre Group.
And well, why are we walking into town? What event are we going for?
We're going to a 70s night.
We're going to a 70s night, so we're not even.
With a live local band.
A live local band.
And a 2-course meal.
And a 2-course meal. So we've not got fancy dress uniform on or anything like that. Although I have put a shirt on. A nice shirt on rather than a scaggy shirt.
Long 70s skirt on. I've got my long scarf on. I've got my fur coat on.
So because it's a 70s night, I'm hoping they're going to be playing plenty of punk and rock and stuff like that. A bit of Sex Pistols. Oh, God, I'm going to fall off the curb. A bit of George Moroder because he was out in the 70s. Kraftwerk around the 70s. OMD Electricity, that was out in the 70s. All the bands. Hey?
I told you what you're getting.
What am I getting?
Chelsea Tractor.
That's 90s music.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
We're probably going to end up with flipping cheesy 70s. Right. I'm going to put the camera down because it is seriously dark. Unfortunately, I have got a little torch.
Dazzles, really.
To where we're going. Into Wayne Fleet. Next. Right, so we've made it into town without falling flat on my face. There's a story to tell about this, isn't there, Sandra? Who would fall flat on the face after walking out the pub? Is that pub? Yeah. Happened once, didn't it? Where was it? Near Glossop, wasn't it?
Wasn't it? Not side bottom, something bottom. Broad bottom.
Broad bottom, yeah. We've been out, we'd had a few ginger beers. And still to this day, they don't know what happened, but I ended up tripping on something. I went splat right on my face and almost put my 2 teeth through the top of my lip. That's why I've got a wound. If you ever look on the videos there. Mm-hmm. It wasn't very pretty, was it?
It wasn't.
Right, let's put the camera down and get ourselves in, and all being well, somewhere to sit. Right, that is Black Forest, right. It's not going to be easy to film anything here because of copyright music. But yeah. Sorry, we'll say hello. So, right. So sorry. What was the main, Sandra?
Chicken chasseur with bread in a basket.
Now, am I allowed to do that for your team next week, or will you tell me off?
If it's as good as that, you'll be all right.
There's a story, right? So we've got a live singer on at the moment. You don't believe that I can play this on the guitar, do you? There's only 3 chords on it.
What I'm not sure about is how do you tune the guitar when you tone down?
Don't tone down. I've got my very, very own tone.
Very true.
Sandra, who is Alice? We've been told we're not allowed to say it. Who the is Alice?
Alice! Who that is Alice?
Right. So it's meant to be 70s, and Easel said it's an 80s, but it's not, it's a 60s song.
Stop complaining.
I'm being short-changed. It's a bit like a family disco, this, isn't it? Who did this first?
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Oaks.
No, you and me. I did this, wasn't it?
It was Christmas Eve, babe.
In the drunken. Do you remember the words?
We'll see. Show me age there. All right. Merry Christmas.
Hey, Sandra, right, it's very dark. Really dark.
Hello.
Hello. How was that?
That's fun.
Sorry,
Huh? What?
I can't see where in front of me and where we're filming. Hang on a minute, I'll be back. Rural. Right, so that was interesting to give credit where credit's due. The DJ was very good.
Good night. I enjoyed it.
Quite a mixed bag. We couldn't record much of that because of the music and potential copyright strikes and things like that, but yeah, interesting. It was a bit like a bit of a family party at times. It's an interesting choice of different songs. Saturday night, and it's past 11 o'clock and we're walking home, Sandra. You're not used to being a dirty stop out. Hey?
Wait for the new life, yeah.
Wait for the new life. Right, at this point we are going to try and get home safely down a very, 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 very dark lane.
Lots of autumn leaves.
No. Just out with Sandra and Rasha.
We'll go over the road.
Taking Rasha for a walk the morning after the night before. Late night for us last night, Sandra, wasn't it? So latest Saturday night out on the Raz for a long time. Is that big bonfire's going to be down there? On bonfire night. No. Yeah.
Let's cut back over the summer.
I can hear a cockerel.
That place near the farm.
Oh, right, okay. I've not walked down here for a while. I've only got trainers on, not wellies on at the minute.
Not too fancy.
No. Right, Rush, how are you doing? So this afternoon me and Lee are off out. Sandra's staying in. But we are, all being well, when I get back after this Rasher walk, going to be sorting out some pictures and stuff ready to go up on the walls, which we've been meaning to do for the last few months. Go, Rash. At this point of time, Rasher can just randomly stand there sniffing for about half an hour. So, Another relatively mildish day for this time of year. Waiting for winter to take hold. I was looking at some photographs somebody put up of I think it was Sandylands over Mablethorpe Way, where you got the shelters by the car park for the summer, but it snowed and they all look like mini igloos. So no idea whether we'll see any snow while we're here or not. But yeah, and it's going to be really strange to get a proper, real hard frost. Was this rape? No, this was left to go wild, this, wasn't it? Sorry, this was
It's mostly rose bay willow herb.
Yeah. So that field there was this one had been planted. In fact, I've not walked over here since the beginning of the year with Lee. No, we walked over with you, didn't we? We got some ice creams, didn't we? When was that?
Ages ago.
Yeah, but it was a really hot day, wasn't it?
Well, that's first arrived, is it?
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm just trying to weigh up what this crop is, and I've just gone on Google Lens, and it says it's wild mustard and radish, but it can't be radish for this time. But never say never. But sort of hot peppery type things.
Seeds.
Could be. So the field, so this is fairly close to where we live, it's got a public right of way through it. Asher, come on.
No, this way.
Come on, the grass is always greener on the other side. What are you doing? What are you doing? Right, so this little hill and trees, this always features prolifically on local history photographs from when Wainsfleet used to be a port. I've already got trainers on, so when I walked down here originally with Lee back in, golly, February, can't believe that, can we? In February. This was obviously very, very muddy, but we've had so far a very, very dry autumn and sort of start to the winter season. So even with trainers on, there's no mud here. Scottish pine or Scottish spruce. We've got a bit of blue sky. And whatever's growing here, these seem to be growing faster than the other bit, doesn't it? Still blue bottles about for the time of year. Freaky. Somebody commented about our fly papers in the kitchen being a bit minging full of flies. So unfortunately, where we live is a very, very rural area, and
It's a good thing, it's not unfortunate.
no, it's not. So we do have an electric fly zapper, and anybody that's even lived around here, camped around here, or stayed around here will know that, because the fields are being constantly turned over and everything. Flies and blue bottles and things like that are very, 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 very common, and the best way to catch them is good old-fashioned fly paper, isn't it?
It is, but we need the wildlife, we need the insects feed the birds, and it's the whole circular life thing that's important,
So
even if it's annoying for us.
I was watching a YouTuber talking about the common housefly, or blue bottle, whatever you want to call it, and without them, part of the land and everything would be
Wasps as well.
Yeah, wasps. But with the flies and house flies, basically, if you've got a rotting corpse, say there's a dead rabbit in here now, or a bird or whatever, the maggots that come along, and the maggots are actually clean animals. Obviously, get rid of the decomposing corpse bodies and all the other not very nice stuff, and they are part of the chain of animals that are needed. It's like this year there was a complete travesty as far as bees went, because of the wet starts of the year, and the butterflies were really slow this year. And
Well, that permitting the use of glyphosates, by the way, but
yeah,
which decimates the bee population.
yeah.
Don't stand a chance.
No. Right, we're going to get Russia back, and then I need to do some stuff up before, let's say, me and Leah, we're out for the afternoon having doing an event. don't know. It's really mild. I've got my super lightweight hoodie on rather than me thicky hoodie on. Not too sure which one I'm going to wear this afternoon. It's another day on Civvy Street. So this is carrying on from our 70s night. Yeah. So I think we mentioned a while back that we were going to sort out some pictures and some stuff that was still boxed up from when we moved. So we've now just found some homes and things, and I just thought it'd be quite sweet to show you some of the knickknacks, and we don't have that many knickknacks really.
We were a bit brutal. We've got rid of a lot of stuff, didn't we?
Yeah, but we've got some knickknacks that are sort of relevant either slightly to myself, but most of these are actually us related. So one of them, if you come from a land down under, there's a swag man. Right, up there. You see that little swag man there? And so I had a auntie and uncle who moved over to Australia back in the late 60s. I don't even know whether my Uncle Buddy is still alive, if I'm honest. And it was a great big thing when my grandparents went over to visit them. And as a gift, they bought that little swag man back. And then, I can't remember, I think they came to visit us. And then they brought over, this little swag man he's a little bit bruised and battered, this little swag man. And he has a little stand, and he's got this little pail on his thing, and he's got a little swag on the back and everything. But the sweetest thing with these is these used to be in my mum and dad's house. And when Lucy, my daughter, was little, when we say goodbye to a granny, she used to go and give them both a little kiss each. For some reason. Swag man.
Right.
Okay. And then over in the corner here where my computer currently is, this corner, so the next couple of weeks, there's a lot more tidying up to be done. So don't explain what that picture is there, Sandra, because you had that one made for me.
So I had that one made after our dog Sky died. So he did well. He lived to about 13 or 14, I think. But he got quite poorly at the end. And Sky was very much Neil's dog more than my dog. So there's a little memento of his life. I just wanted to get this collage of pictures of Sky and the family. So that's what that is.
So Sky was very tolerant for Russia when Russia moved in with us, and then we've got some lovely photographs of them sat together. But so Sky was a dominant dog. He was a dog because Russia's a bitch. But as Sky got poorly, Russia started to take the dominance over, and it wasn't. There's a couple of incidents towards the end, wasn't there?
Not just the one, really. Then we had to keep them separate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was that. This was something I was given. Didn't actually pay for. There's lots of them about. That's some lyrics for a song called Julia Song, which is it's not an Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark song. What band is it, Sandra?
I thought you were going to say it was signed by the author.
I'm going to say that. Oh. So everybody says it's an OMD song, but it's not an OMD song.
Was it an id song?
It was an id song. So after Dalek I Love You, which came after Hitler's Underpants and Thatcher's better not say that because I might get a strike on it. So after Hitler's Underpants, the id was a small Wirral-based band, and Andy McCluskey and Julie O'Neill were in it, and they became lovers. And it's the handwritten lyrics to Julia Song by Julia O'Neill, and these are absolutely brilliant songs. Heavy but generalised, sordid and wet. Somebody advised me to die. Yeah. It's nearing the end with your grandmother's friend. It's something to do when it rains. Stilettos and thighs may be burning your eyes, but it helps you from falling apart. So when Andy used to sing that on the early record, the burning, and he's like, the burning your eyes. Brr, brr. Anyway, that's what that is. Right, go on, Sandra, and then I got you this I got you this piece of word art made up. So I don't know whether you can read any of the words on that. I've got a bit of a reflection, but don't explain what the word art is.
So when we got married, Neil's best man didn't really know what to say when he stood up in church. So we should really show the other picture as well if we do. But anyway, but my best lady, as it were, Vicky, did the Corinthians "What Love Is" passage, which is fine. Rob, bless him, didn't really know what to say. But when we first got together, quite an important song in our early romance, shall we say, was the Peter Gabriel, Kate Bush song, "Don't Give Up." So anybody that's been married for a long time, there are times when you do feel like giving up. I'm sure everybody feels a bit like that once in a while. So anyway, so this is our inspiration, isn't it, Neil?
Yeah, so it's about...
So Neil got some of the words made up.
It's Peter Gabriel basically sort of... Well, you call it being depressed now, I suppose, isn't it? But I never thought I could fail, never thought... And everything all fails, and Kate Bush is singing Don't Give Up. You can make it good. Got to walk out. But anyway, if you know the song, you know the song, but very incredibly powerful lyrics, and it's a fantastic old video with Peter Gabriel. The album, Peter Gabriel album, I've not heard it for years. So, the song Biko.
To be honest, Neil, do you understand why we've got that picture?
I'm coming over to the Sandra corner now. So
why we've got that picture?
Right, so here's the stand. Right, you'll need to. I'll just let Sandra try and get on the settee or get in this corner. So we've got this little cocktail cabinet. Right, so go on, Sandra. Hang on.
Do you understand the significance of this one?
It's a shooting star.
Yeah, but do you know why we've got it?
I don't know. It looks like a little boy praying.
I think it passed you by. So the lady that did that cross stitch was the wife of the couple who we adopted Rasha from. So she did it as a fundraiser for their dog rescue. So that's why we've got it.
Okay.
Anyway, because I do tell Neil things, but a lot of it goes one ear out the other, you know. So I thought you might not know that. And that I've only got that as just a little thing, but that was actually my grand's. So that's a little memento for me from my dad's mum. That's a very Neil thing. So it's my corner. So your elves and your people come and people go from Hadrian's Wall. Yes, Hadrian's Wall.
So we've done that, but I'm going to explain a little bit more about that as well at the moment. The PJP is a story that was from a band. And I just grabbed that little photo book. So this was made when these little photo books were. This is from 2009. This is the kids. We're on holiday at Shell Island, and we used to have this on the mantelpiece. And sometimes the girls would remember the photographs. There's Sky, my old dog. There's Lee. These are puppies and everything. I think that may have been the day when Lee decided he wanted a cow and not a dog. Yeah, so that was quite nice because you can alter the cover picture. There's Sky before we had Rasha. There's Sandra says I never take her up hills. That's us at the bottom of Conway Mountain.
Once years ago.
Crabbing, yeah, happy days. You're never too old to go crabbing. And yeah. There you go. There's Sky with him. Yeah, my old dog.
It was a very windy day.
Yeah. So this picture here, I don't know whether you can possibly see this picture here. This is an absolutely fantastic sunset, and it says, "Welcome to Hadrian's Wall Campsite. People come and people go. Who they are, I'll never know." So that comes from an OMD song, Night Cafe. No, not Night Cafe. Anyway, so it's an OMD song. And my time working at Hadrian's Wall campsite, it was absolutely amazing. But as a campsite warden, when you have visitors, and they sort of become friends because they've been with you a few days, they come and they go. And who they are, you'll never know. So there was a relevance with that. And then, we've got two of these. We got this made as a cartoon. So it's got... I think this is Rasha, Sky, Simon, me, Sandra, Lucy, Hannah and Lee. The Taylors. Camping days are the best days. So we had that made and hand drawn. And then what happened then was a few years, a couple of years after that, wasn't it? Just hold that one up, Sandra. we had another one done, slightly different, but it's now got baby Caden in it. So our family expanded, didn't it?
Mm.
So that's that. The horseshoe. That's because I wanted a horseshoe, wasn't it? You bought that.
Yeah.
There was our next door neighbour John, who died. I wanted his horseshoe off his shed.
The little bear that actually predated Hannah, but Hannah liked playing with him when she'd come along. I just think it was cute.
Yeah. A little bit of a memory from my days in Frank Sidebottom, and then this photo is quite sweet. You're not going to see very well. That was taken at the Moss, the King George, and the landlady, I can't remember her name now, she'd taken over the pub and had been promised that the pub would earn lots of money and all the rest of it, and very few people went in the pub, and we'd just become...
Well, that was one New Year, wasn't it? And she took the... So he hates being photographed, so I got barely any photographs of both of us together. So it was nice to have a happy one when we were together.
Yeah, but it was so sweet because the lady, she got conned by the pub chain, basically, and she had to go. And then there's just some other little knickknacks. Some of these are relevant. The shares, a little music box. I got that. Was that this year I got you that?
Christmas, I think.
Yeah, and that one up. There you go. You are braver than you will believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think. No idea, Sandra, how soppy that I am.
Something.
I've missed something. Sorry, what have I missed?
Again, another one that goes over your head. But,
we've got your picture. I've got a picture of this weed. Oh, that was a wedding present, that.
It was from a friend, Kelly, that I still write to regularly in America. And it's meant to bring good luck because it's all shells and stones and things that were washed up on the shore. So it's for good luck.
So, a serious question. If anybody's watching, that's like a 3D frame, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We could make some things like that ourselves with things we found on the beach, couldn't we? Maybe see if anybody wanted to buy them. That'd be quite easy to do them. You could buy them frames. You could put a bit of driftwood in there, 2 shells, and call it found on the beach.
Selection of plastic.
So sorry, other knickknacks. I'm not going to go through all of these now. This actually was something that came from my mum's old house. I found these under some floorboards when I was converting an old house. Look at that navy cut tobacco, which I just thought was sweet. I used to have a 3-wheeler, so there's a Del Boy. I've got some Del Boy Lady Killer deodorant and body spray. And there's a story behind this Frank Sidebottom rock, which I'm not going to go into. And there's some other various knickknacks here. Oops, and there's some ducks. So there's me, and Sandra has a married pair of ducks. So anybody knows about the Altrincham duck will know about the ducks and some other things. Oh, hang on. Where's that? Where's the box gone? So it's a Mazda Bongo, but in the box, that's worth quite a lot of money. Well, not a lot of money, but I think the roof lifts up on that. Yeah, look at that there. There you go.
I think we spoke about them before, didn't we?
We have mentioned it in the past. I was going into lockdown, the last night on lockdown, flower.
Before life went crazy.
Yeah.
Boxes at the back are just...
That was that. And then in our hall, we just put out a couple of other pictures. So I had this, these were hand drawn. There's Russia, so you'll recognise Russia, and then I had this hand drawn before Sky went over the big Angel Bridge into the big kennel in the sky. So we've now got Sky and Russia on there, and then Mr. I think it's David Higginbottom. This was a limited edition Kings of the Lake with a couple of carp, common carp and everything. So that was 10 of 200 was done and given to us. So hang on. So
this was one. It can't be wall mounted, but so these were the other words that were read out at our wedding. But the amazing thing with this is best friend Vicky actually hand stitched that. But if you knew the effort for her to do that was just phenomenal. I'm just so humbled that she made that for us, because it was tremendously tough for her to do with a physical condition. So yeah, I do really treasure that.
Yeah. So again, we're just making our home, and obviously now I'm not got the shackles of being a campsite warden around my feet and everything. I'm sort of still unboxing and
Only to cause chaos, basically.
will we ever get everything unboxed? It's all boxy. That's it.
Got up the other morning, I just wanted a cup of sage tea.
You've already mentioned this on I don't know thing.
Where's my tea? It took me half an hour to find it.
I don't know. Right, so you've gone from a 1970s disco to some memories, and as again, if you watch our vlogs around the our home, the things we've got on display, most of them have actually got some significance to our lives, hasn't they?
That was a general idea, so we just tried to keep a few things more special, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right, I think we're going to get going. So me and Sandy, we're going to go out, and I'm going to bid you a fond farewell and give you a big wave, and I'm going to give you a big thumbs up. If you want to give me a big thumbs up back, you can do. So you can do a thumbs up down there. And if you don't know how to do a thumbs up on your television, press your up key on the remote control twice. Click, click, scroll over to the right, and you can give your video a thumbs up, and you can subscribe.
Wonderful. Speak soon.